Hello, parents. I'm Mr. Howard Yu. I wish you all the best. Today is the 23rd of November, 2021, and tomorrow at about noontime, the 2021 PSLE results will be released. So I like to be a blessing to all of you, as I like to send my early greetings to your child about the 2021 PSLE result. So I will do a screen share and share with you what you can expect from this year's result and how as parents and students we should respond. So I pray that over the holidays, you have spent time exercising and keeping fit to strengthen your body's immunity. So as you know that this is the first year, the students will be receiving their results in terms of AL grades. So I wish your child all the best in the AL grades he or she can achieve. So for example, if this child has this AL score, AL3 actually corresponds to a mark range of 80 to 84. AL2 is 85 to 89, and AL1 is 90 and above. So I pray that my students can score AL1 to AL3 for science. Those who have been with me for quite some time, I hope that they can make significant improvement. As long as significant improvement or improvement has been made, your child has done well under my coaching. So for example, this student with this AL will receive a total AL score of 8. So for 8, the child can actually qualify for Express. As you can see, Express range from 4, the best, to a maximum of 20. So if the child falls in the range of 21 and 22, the child is given an option to choose whether to take Express or NA. So regarding this aspect, you can contact me personally to get more advice. As in the past, I have a student who didn't do well because of some family issues. They actually are admitted to NA, but this child actually, he persevered and he did very well in Sec 3 and Sec 4, and he's offered a place, direct entry into Singapore Polytechnic doing aerospace. And just recently, this child contacted me, and he's very happy that he received a study award from the RSAF, Republic of Singapore Air Force, and he's being also interviewed by the press for some simulation of air traffic control. So some childs, they will progress later in secondary school, so do not be disappointed. So let us continue to be encouraging. As you can see from here, this was my report book. I was from Rio Valley Government Chinese Primary School. And this person, someone who is very familiar, he's from Hague Boys School. So what is the common thing between us? Indeed, both of us were born in the same year. And Mr. Wong is also my MP, Mr. Lawrence Wong in Choa Chu Kang, ever since I live in CCK. But back then, because I had this asthmatic condition, I scored only about 364, perhaps over a total score of 600. Why 600? Because English is 200, Chinese 200, and mathematics and science 100 each. So total is 600. So if I use AL to assess myself, possibly I was around AL 19. And definitely Mr. Wong's PSLE result is much better than mine, I believe so. So this was my O-level results. I persevere from a lousy PSLE score in P6, transforming me to one of the top O-level students in Sec 4 through diligence and practically no tuition in secondary school. So how can it be? Because I went through this Sec 1 Headstart during the November and December holiday, which is now, and it's possible. And what Singaporeans say, sure can. So why must start Sec 1 subject during this holiday? Let me show you mathematically. Because in Sec 1, you have at least 7 subjects instead of 4. And could you remember in P5 or P6, you struggle with only 4? And these are the subjects, the 6 core subjects in secondary 1 of English, mathematics, mother tongue, Chinese, science, geography, history. And non-core, we have English, either design and technology with food and consumer educations and art and craft. So let's say daily the child needs 45 minutes to complete the 6 core subjects, and they need 4.5 hours. So having a head start in science, geog, and math will reduce your learning curve, as being shown here. And also very important, this is what I have learned from experience. Once you are left behind in secondary one, it's very difficult to catch up. So you must do the head start in order to secure good grades and build your confidence as you progress from Sec 1 to Sec 2. So what I mean by 3 core subjects, because in some schools, they start with design and technology in the first quarter of the year or first half of the year, and then they switch with food and consumer education. But English, literature, and art and craft is running throughout the whole year. So that's why you have 6 core subjects running the whole year and 3 core subjects. So in certain schools, they will start with design and technology from January to May. And then after the June holiday, they will swap to food and consumers education. Yeah. So at least you have 6 core subjects to handle. And each day, if you need 45 minutes to complete the 6 core, without any time calculated for non-core, you will need 4.5 hours to do your homework to get a decent grade. So by having a head start in science, geography, and mathematics, this will reduce your learning curve. That means when the teacher is teaching something, you really know it. And Mr. Yu will teach you how to self-study so that you are always at least one chapter ahead of your peers in school and ahead of your teachers teaching. So that's why it's very important to have the Sec 1 head start during the November-December holiday. And as I mentioned before in the previous slide, you can see that I did a very so-called lousy score in P6, but I was hardworking. I spent my time wisely during the November and December holiday. And these were the result I achieved for my O-level in my formal school, Dunyan Secondary. So it's possible. So I hope that you'll heed my advice and get the head start as soon as possible with my training. And the training dates will be shown here. I've canceled the run 1 and run 2 because due to poor response. So do sign up for run 3 and run 4. So these are actually a 3 consecutive training from Wednesday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And I'll be teaching your child the head start in science, math, and geography. Some students may not be able to attend the 3 days, so I am flexible to discuss about a 2-day arrangement. Okay, here is something very important. This applies to all parents, whether you sign up for the Head 1 Head Start or not, Sec 1 Head Start. This was the letter I issued to my previous year student on the 25th of November, because back in 2020, the PSLE result was released on the 24th November, and this year is, previous year is 25th, and this year will be 24th, 1 day earlier. So during then, it was having this prolonged HBL for about 2 months or circuit breaker. So no matter what result your child has achieved, itself is a great achievement as the child go through the global pandemic or endemic, emerging stronger. So over the past 22 years of my teaching career and in my own personal secondary life experience, I discovered that laying a solid foundation in Sec 1 determines 70% of a pupil's success in his or her academic life. And are some of the golden rules in your secondary school selection. So number 1, choose within the cutoff point. Okay, there's no more appeal system for government schools. However, in independent schools, they may accept. Number 2, if your child, for example, get, instead of the score, let's say AL, maybe it's AL7, in a school with also AL7 at its cutoff point, may likely to get in. However, if your child choose a score, maybe it's AL8, but your child score AL7. So if your child get into the school with a higher AL, For example, as I mentioned, your child get AL7, the school's cutoff point is AL8. So if the child get into that secondary school, your child will have more opportunities to do well and receive more education awards. Hence, you weigh the pros and cons of this choice. And thirdly, traveling time can be a time waster. If you accumulate the 4 years of secondary school, let's say your child's in express stream, saving just 40 minutes, which is a 20-minute one-way trip for a 5-day week, and this is a calculation. And typically, most secondary school, they follow a 42-week academic year. So 40 minutes, you multiply. So in 1 year, there's about 17.5 days of a 8-hour study day. So imagine one child study 8 hours a day, you would save 17.5 days in 1 year if you can reduce the traveling time. So that means if your child in just 1 year, let's say need to spend extra time traveling, your child has 17.5 days less compared with someone who doesn't need to spend so much time in traveling. So you got to take note of this traveling time. And number 4, don't wait till the school start in January or after Christmas, then you start reading the Sec 1. You will not be able to catch up. You got to start reading now. Okay, just listen to my advice. And if your child's needs some help, do let me know. And I appreciate parents to let me know your child's PSLE science result and the total AL once you get it tomorrow, so that I can gauge the difficulty of the PSLE 2021 science paper and how well your child has benefited from my coaching. So I wish you and your family well in 2022 and beyond. And I'm a very passionate educator. This child actually joins my coaching in P6, and she's still with one academy learning her science, learning her mathematics from Mr. Quack. There are just important characteristics which I hope that every child will develop as they go through my training in one academy. The 7 keys to excellence. And adaptability is one important area, because you need to be flexible and apply your mind to deal with unexpected challenges life throws at you. So one of these unexpected challenges will be your PSLE results. So how do you respond to your PSLE results? You need to be adaptable. Just like COVID is affecting our nation and the world, Singapore must be able to adapt to this current COVID situation. So I pray that every child will continue to look towards the positive side, be adaptable even in a home. You can't go out, maybe you're serving your home quarantine order or other orders. You can still be determined to keep fit in your home. So this child, I congratulated her because back in 2019, I helped her to jump 2 grades from a PSLE science result. And I hope that I received similar comments from parents this year when you receive your result on the 24th of November 2021. And this child, he was actually gained into the School of Science and Technology by DSA. He visited me and congratulated me that he's very happy in the school there. And I wish you well. Do keep in touch. My number is here, 82685299. Please kindly sign up. And I encourage you to sign up for the Sec 1 Headstart so that you can really have a good head start in secondary life. And those who need extra help in mathematics, you can contact Mr. Quack, my partner, at this number, 911-60387. So I wish you all the best. As you receive your result, please let Mr. Yu know how much you score for your science and your total AL. So take care, and I'm looking forward to hear from you all. And do sign up for my Sec 1 Head Start so that you really have a good head start in Sec 1. Take care, God bless, and stay safe.